I'm Mahdi Shaheeb Sher. My website is www.mahdishaheebsher.com. One of my interests in the world as Mahdi Shaheeb Sher is industrializing the planet. I think if we can industrialize the planet, as the Europeans have done, right across the planet, then we could have a higher economic capacity with the world and more advanced economies in the world. And it could be something like a 300% increase in economic production for the world. So I think there is an interesting argument for industrializing the rest of the planet. That includes Africa, Asia. I think these countries, for some reason, have not industrialized like European nations have. I think Asian countries haven't industrialized. I think African countries haven't industrialized. Australian, South American countries haven't industrialized. So I think there are big parts of the world that haven't industrialized. But we do have European countries who have developed very well with their economies. And I think Europeans do have advanced economies because they've industrialized their nations. So I think that a lot of presidents in other countries could follow the example of Europe and industrialize their countries. And I think with this industrialization, it can be studied with how the European countries industrialized, and maybe perhaps that includes America and Russia as well. So I think that that there's lots of ways that countries industrialize. It can be as cheap and easy as industrializing with grain or tobacco or salt or vegetable or meat. So I think that's how easy it is to industrialize a country. It can be done with grain, following the example of Stalin of Russia. So that's another example of how countries can industrialize. But I think that there's a lot of knowledge and information about how the Europeans have developed industrialization and how it's developed. So I think that a lot of countries can study these developments, and I think that there is a big hope and vision for the world and people, for the prosperity and wealth, and for their natural habitat, and for their poor conditions that they live with. I think it can alleviate some of their poor conditions. So I think that's quite important as well. And I think that should be the main emphasis, alleviating the poor conditions of the people in the world. So I think that if we can focus on that, alleviating the poor conditions of the people of the world, then this is a vision of the world to perhaps to introduce advanced economies of the future with the rest of the countries in the world, including Africa and Asia and various other countries. And I think that could mean an extra 70 or 50 countries who could industrialize and increase the economic capacity of the world, its production, and its the economic advancement of the world as well. So I think if we can increase the economic capacity and advancement of the world, then I think it is quite significant. I think that the world is perhaps only functioning with 60% of its economic capacity, and it's developed at 60% level. But I think if we can develop that a bit more, it could be 400% or maybe 600% economic advancement. So I think that the world can do very well with this. And I think that that is quite important for the world to try to have countries like China and India, maybe North African countries as well, maybe Middle Eastern countries, maybe Persia as well, and Brazil, and maybe Chile or Colombia. I think if other countries like this could industrialize and develop the economic capacity of the world, then it could be quite beneficial. And I think that is quite an interesting development that could occur in the future with the world as it is. Thank you very much.